I already know, man. I already know these bitches will run through. Shit. I'm gonna guess the age range. Probably like what? This is gonna be the first 10 minutes. I ain't gonna really fuck it up too much. 38 to 52. That's my age range. You could just kind of tell these bitches kind of, but if they ever had a man, you could just kind of just read off. I'll read off them that they just probably just ignored. They annoyed the shit out of men, like just impatible just by eye contact, just by on paper, like ugh. I can already just kind of see the yellow. Oh my god. Y'all don't look young. Y'all don't look young.
She might be tired now.
Yeah, I be off the show. Y'all start fighting, I'm off the show. Real fighting, I'm off the show. Real fighting. Clip fighting.
All right, ladies, we are back. Thanks again for joining us. Ladies That Wine, episode 2.
Hey, they got the same type of microphone I got. That is a Snowball. Sounds kind of faint, but I didn't know it can work. She must be talking pretty loud to be that far, and it's kind of down like that. But, you know, it's a black woman, so I'm not even surprised. And that bitch can be a mile away, and that shit will be, like, at its peak.
He's doing. Oh my God. Yes. Okay, so the people have spoken, so we got to give the people what they want. So, more questions, more wine. So, ladies, a lot of women have emailed me, okay, and commented, and they want to know, why are so many black women single?
The nerve of them.
She only has like 180 subscribers, 8,000 views. I mean, that's not bad for a small YouTube. I mean, I've had this channel for, you know, so many freaking years. And I'm hardly, you know, breaking numbers. Not like I give a damn, but I don't know how many tons of women are emailing her. I think she just made that shit up. But hey.
And who said so many of them are single?
So I personally feel the reason why
I feel attacked.
Why are they attacking us? What about other races?
Because they're not open.
Okay.
Most black women that I know that are single, they have like this checklist, and they have to have this, and they have to have that, and they have to have this, and they have to have that. And there's nothing wrong with having standards.
You don't have a checklist?
No.
You don't have a checklist, Shema?
No.
Okay. Right now,
we all have a checklist.
We all have a checklist.
But you know what?
It's environment.
And we all, non-select guys, we already know black women's typical checklist. The ultimate 3 6s. 6 figures, 6 abs, 6-pack, 6 feet. And, you know, I guess the bonus would be more than 6 inches. So that's y'all's checklist. Now, you know, we're not going to fall for the personality. We're not going to fall for the money or the job or, you know, all the education that y'all pretend to have. Y'all will sleep with anybody. Any nigga that has the 3 6s, y'all will sleep with them.
I also think that on your checklist, you also need to look and see like really what's really important, because like we have stuff on here that may or may not be as important, and that's just my honest opinion. Yes, I have a standard of what kind of man I would want. No, would I want a man that beats me? Hell no.
Right, that's a...
Nah, if he's beating the box, of course. I mean, if he's beating the box.
So, requirements.
But I also feel like we're not open either. Like we have these high standards. Like we can only date a man that can do all of these things. And you may meet a man that may not have all of them, but may have half of those qualities.
See, now this is a woman who has been through it, and her best moments in life is with niggas she slept with. I can kind of this is like a pillow talk ass bitch to where y'all are kind of like just in the mood, and instead of having sex, y'all she's in her panties and y'all are just talking. This is a pillow talk ass bitch right here.
That's where I'm coming from. That's how I personally feel. And I see a lot of my friends that are single, and that's the reason why. And they're also comparing
I need to know the Instagram page though.
themselves to other people's relationships and looking at another man, you know, how they treat their woman and things like that. And me personally, you don't really know what goes on in their relationship anyway.
Of course, but is that a black woman thing or is that just a woman thing?
I don't think it has to be a black woman thing, but it's a woman thing in general.
Or people thing or humanity thing. Like, what we do is compare, right? Like, that's what social media does for you.
Social media is the killer of relationships. That's the killer. That is the killer of relationships.
And who's the number one person on social media? It's y'all black women. Y'all can't get off it. Y'all can hardly get off TikTok at y'all's old age.
The killer of people's lives. Like nowadays, like you really have to slow down from social media because you excuse my French, you'll be having yourself fucked up. You will.
Yeah.
You just will.
I think I kind of agree with what you just said to an extent. It's not a black woman thing. I think it's a woman thing. I think the difference when it comes to black women, because we're black women, we can speak to black women.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. That's where the difference comes in. I think when it becomes a black woman thing, it could be because most black women are not open to dating outside of their race.
Y'all played it too fucking. Oh, okay. Damn. Okay. Y'all really want to play that shit? I've been in the game too fucking long, and you guys really want to play that shit. I gotta relax, man. I gotta relax. Y'all really want to play that game. And this is what annoys me with black women. Because black women will sleep and fuck the same type of dude 1,000,000 times. And you know what the definition of insanity is? Insanity is doing and repeating the same thing and expecting different results each time. That's y'all. Y'all are insane. Y'all's dating preferences are insane. It's crazy. Y'all sleep with Ray Ray and Pookie and them. Niggas hardly that are worth a damn. And y'all get shell shocked. Y'all get surprised. I can't deal with this shit no more. I can't deal with the baby mama drama no more. And then what's the solution? White men. I'm like, okay, fine. You want to swear. You want to do something new. Okay, we get it. But we've already, black men in the manosphere, the educated lame, we already figured out that we were never we were never the trump card. We were never really the backup. And it's so frustrating that you guys will literally call white men to the rescue before us. But then again, I'm like, okay, hey, whatever. Hey, you don't want to fuck with us? You don't want to fuck with us? Okay, fine. Y'all, black women only see black men as two things: athletes or drug dealers / rappers. Y'all cannot see us in anything else, even when we're right in front of you. Whether we're doctors, engineers, black men doing something constructive and educational with our lives, y'all will just literally ignore it and expect some random bitch to do it. Oh, yeah, he's cool, but somebody else will like him. He's just not my type. And then y'all will be the same race of women crying about y'all needing protection, crying about y'all need real men in the community. Really? Well, if you expect us to do some real shit in the community, I expect some ass. I ain't doing shit for free. I'm not going to, especially when you're talking to somebody in their late 20s. You're gonna need to do a lot of convincing. I need to see a lot of action before I can believe a black woman or anything, or even think that she deserves my protection or my care or whatever. When I'm sitting back and I can go as back as far as 12 years old and remember black women or black girls thinking less of me.
100%.
That is, I think, the reason why.
But why do they have to date out?
I think a preference is a preference.
No. I'm not saying, I'm not disagreeing with it. I think that is a large portion of it. And I'm going to say,
y'all never date educated lames though. So y'all swear we don't exist.
I might get a lot of backlash from this from some. When you look at probably the percentages, right, of
oh God, I already know where this is gonna go. We're gay, uneducated. We don't have no ambitions. We don't work. We leech and live off people. We're in jail. It's the same old 1980s stereotypes that y'all use. We ain't educated enough for you guys. It's the same thing. Y'all, do y'all ever get tired of this shit? Because we are not even that fucking generation, and y'all keep using it. You keep using the statistic. It's old. You can't be using the whole, there's more niggas in jail than in college. Really?
available black men with the standards of what some women might be looking for. Black women might be.
But here, I'm gonna beat you to it. Let's just say you have the black man that you are enamored with based off of paper alone, just paper. He makes good money, lives good, and a good age for you, perfect age for you, ready to settle down. You will literally turn that shit over to another woman, and good chance that next woman will be white. Just because the sex was whack. But you are the same woman who will take a homeless black man who looks good, fucks well, and upgrade him. Give him some clothes, give him some new clothes, bathe him, take care of him. Y'all will upgrade that as a project, but y'all will scream, y'all will leave if y'all dated an educated lame who was making good money and he didn't know how to fuck.
Yeah. That percentage might not be that large for the amount of black women that are available.
Correct.
The ratio is off. That the ratio of the
black women have rejection power, and that's something that they don't bring up. They know how to reject you, even if you make the mark. So stop, because a lot of educated black men, educated lames can say that, hey, I have been rejected and I have been told I was lame. Despite everything I did and accomplished, I was still seen as lame.
amount, a number, a percentage, whatever you want to call it, of black women that are single versus the ratio or percentage of black men
that are.
See, y'all black women want to do this pair for pair, one black man, one black woman equally yoked shit, but a lot of y'all are not even attracted to y'all's mirrored partners. This is why I don't believe in this shit of black men, black nerdy men need to date black nerdy women. And it's like, nah, it doesn't work. Just like educated black women and educated black men don't work.
Available
your
and meet those
expectations,
expectations.
your checkboxes.
That ratio does not match.
Sure, but there's a deeper issue behind that.
Right.
Because if I came in there and let's just say I check out the boxes, I can be disqualified because age. She looks like she's in her late 40s. I'm in my late 20s, so the age might be an issue, but she might turn me down simply because of height.
Right? Which I don't think is part of Ladies That Whine. But I do agree. Listen, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't, there's not still a certain standard that you have. So,
I think that things change generationally too, because before our generation, when we were in college, that is the best place where you're going to meet these men who we are all there. It's equal. It's the same ratio, and we date in college, but we don't end up with these guys.
There's not the same ratio of black women to black men in college. There's not.
Oh please, y'all know how to get sex. Y'all know how to get sex in college. So don't play me. And don't play me as if y'all were looking for marriage. I don't give a damn if you're in a class of 2000, 1994, 86, 2012. I don't give a fuck. Y'all know how to get sex in college. And y'all get run through by the same niggas in the fraternities, in football, or whatever. That's the only niggas y'all even fuck. I've went to college. I graduated from college, and it's such a myth that because by their logic, you would think that if you went to college right now, you would have a plethora of black women wanting to get with you simply because you're a black man in college. When in reality, they don't even want really anything to do with you. Regardless of you showboating, trying to say, hey, I'm a black man in college. I'm a black man who's educated. I'm one of these talented Texas Negroes. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about you studying chemistry. They don't give a fuck about your computer science degree.
I think it's almost the same as how it is right now.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
Well,
there's way more black women
I went
in college.
to HBCU, so we had
And it's still more women, but it's still more women than it is men.
No, we was
In college, yes,
There's a lot of men.
There's still a lot of men.
There are a lot of black.
I was single the majority of my life in college. All the way through. 4 years. Single. And black women were not rushing. They were in no rush to date me.
But if they weren't looking for the same things. It's like when we were in college, if you think about either the guys you dated or the guys you messed around with, you weren't really thinking of that long term to where we are now.
But we weren't, but the generation before us, they were.
They were thinking you know what? I'm gonna meet me a man in college. I'm gonna marry him. We're gonna have the kids.
I think that's us. A lot of my friends they met their man in college and got married. That's just us. I'm saying a lot of people in our age group still did that. They still met their man, whether it was a white institution or an HBCU. They met their man in college and they married them.
Well,
sorry.
Do you think location makes a difference?
Absolutely.
Because I know.
Nah, because y'all want to run a location game to where y'all want to make these little dumbass ratios of there were for every 20 black women, there's one black man. Fuck that. If that one black man was the educated lame, 5'6", and was an EL, y'all would literally not do anything. Y'all will not compete. Y'all will not challenge each other. Y'all won't even look into his direction, even if he liked one of y'all. So fuck the numbers.
Oh, yes.
People in the South,
they get married.
But that's what I mean about us
Like
versus,
marriage, yeah.
right? So like we wanted to live a certain way. We wanted to do some things. We didn't necessarily want to get married at 23, right? So, and that's what that is. When you meet your man in college.
I mean, I could have been married. I lived in the South. I finished college in the South, and I could have been married with probably.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you could have. Yeah, whatever.
But I chose to live a different lifestyle, moving to New York. Dating in New York, I was single for many years. It was much harder to date here because it was not for me.
It's not the same.
Dating in New York was very easy.
See,
Experience for your
Dating,
but actually,
But this is also 10 years ago.
It's also not the same.
Yeah,
I had a hard time dating in New York as far as seriously dating. I could date in
dating and seriously dating is two different things.
I was going on dates every night.
Yeah.
That's different than dating and meeting some quality man that I want to take to the next step.
Right.
That was difficult living in a big city like New York because probably the guys that I was interested in was not ready to settle down. They had too many women, too many options, which I understand. And that goes back to the ratio. I think the ratio of black women who are available to the ratio of let's just say I'm gonna call it black men because I know personally. Me personally, I know I always want to end up with a black man. I've never dated outside of my race. I've never had the want to date outside of my race. That's me personally.
All right, okay, y'all really waking me the fuck up. The reason why black women don't have this so-called urge to date the urge to not date white men or date outside the race is because of sex. Black men have the best reputation for sex. White men do not have a reputation for sex. There is no white man, there's no image of an ideal white man who is beating the box up. When it comes to black men, we are internally assumed or externally assumed that we can beat the box up. Rappers, actors, we have Greek fraternities, black Greek fraternities are literally portrayed, carry themselves as knowing how to beat the box up. There's no white equivalent of a Kappa. There's no white equivalent of an Alpha. Yeah, the white boys in the frats, they fucking do all that other shit. But, again, they don't carry themselves like Kappas.
Just me. Yeah. I know a lot of black women like that.
Yeah. I just think that when you find somebody, if they black, Puerto Rican, or they white, whatever, they Russian, Asian, if they love you,
absolutely,
just be with them.
Absolutely.
I think it's like
Nah, but y'all love sex so much. Y'all love sex, so y'all don't want to ruin it because y'all are afraid that if you dated the Puerto Rican or the Latino white man, that the dick will be small. So y'all are still kind of in the between era to where y'all kind of tiptoeing. Y'all don't know if y'all want to go date out the fence or stay in the community.
everyone loves our men. Our men are like what everyone wants.
Oh yeah.
Only if you select though. Only if you select. You know, if it was if this was a non-select educated lame, y'all will be calling him the white man's bitch.
Everybody wants a black man.
Everybody wants a black man.
As long as he's 6'6", has a 6-pack, 6-inch or longer penis. Yeah. Other than that, if you're less than that, you're less than a black man. So, you know, you're not really helping us. This isn't making me do backflips. You know, this isn't a compliment.
Really deep
I was
subject to
I'm
start
not gonna go
with,
there
actually.
because
I'm uncomfortable.
But it's uncomfortable. There's many different races who will date a black man, where black women maybe won't date and Asian.
And I think that's
but
my
they do
point.
not have a problem dating our black
That's
men.
my point. That goes into the ratio going
But
down.
is that about us not wanting to date, or is that about them not wanting to date us? Because you date who approaches you, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So how often? I'm just.
I agree with you.
How often is it that an Asian man is approaching you, or a white man is approaching you?
Oh, I used to always approach my white guys.
Yeah,
always.
yeah, sure. But you also work. You entertain yourself in certain areas.
Yes.
You work in the finance industry,
Yes.
so your accessibility is different,
Yes.
right?
It does.
And if you go to an HBCU, you're not necessarily meeting men of a different race.
Right.
Or if you go into a certain industry, you're not necessarily meeting men of a certain
That's
race.
very
So
true.
that's what I'm saying. That issue.
See, they trying to bullshit themselves and say that black men are not in the areas that they work. Fine, okay, whatever. But even if there was one black man in the area, they're not gonna do anything unless he looks like he can fuck. If he doesn't look like he can fuck or beat up the box, they're not gonna do anything.
It's deep. It's so layered.
Very
There's so
layered,
many affects and influences. Like it's hard to say this is the reason. Like because a black woman will talk to someone who talks to her.
Absolutely.
But
Please, y'all will you will do a nuclear rejection if a non-select black man talks to you. Oh, look at this little 5'2" ass nigga. He trying to talk to me with his broke ass. Ain't nobody liking you.
But some black women don't know how to have those kind of conversations with someone outside of their race because they either feel like they're intimidated.
Because they've never had those conversations with somebody outside of their race.
well, maybe
That's
that's
it.
the answer to the question why so many black women are single. It's because so many other races are dating our black men.
That is
Stop. Y'all are literally going off the wall here. Cause I'm actually damn near surprised y'all ain't calling us gay. Y'all really trying to pull that y'all bitter chicks are single because Becky, Marlon, and Marisol are taking your niggas, and y'all really running with that shit.
Which is leaving them alone.
I was
Because
watching-
they don't want to date outside of the race.
I don't know if
No.
it's fair to just make it that one-sided. I really do think there is, to T's point, many levels to that question. I don't think it's
It is. I don't think it's no one answer.
I don't think it's fair to say, oh, it's because whatever. I'll say it. White women date black men.
All the time.
I don't think that's fair to say that. I do think there's still onus.
Okay, here's the thing. If a white woman dated me and a black woman saw it, she wouldn't care. If a black woman saw Bronny James with a white woman, they all care. So compare that.
On even black women. I've talked to many black guys who will be like, I approach black girls all the time and try to try to do my get to know them thing. I've had so many black girls turn a cold shoulder to me. That is a real thing. Might not
course.
be anybody in this room, but that is a huge
Also depends on where you are, right? So like if I'm by myself somewhere, you may not be as like ready to talk and have a conversation because you're protecting yourself, right? Like I feel like I'm alone. I don't know what this crowd is like. I'm not necessarily being friendly, right? It definitely depends on your approach and where you are and who you are and where you live and what town you're in.
Your entertainment
Then
time.
I'll put it into perspective for me. I'll talk about me. I know I have absolutely turned a cold shoulder to like even a black guy that approached me that don't look like what I want him to look like. I've definitely done it.
Is it look like? When you say look like
Yes.
what does he have?
All of us
First
do that.
impression, that's all you
All of
got.
us do
Like what
that.
does he have on, or like you know?
What he looks like.
package.
But I think,
But that
but
would have been like, okay, they say hi, and then you turn around and you be like, some sneakers is beat up.
no, yes. And
Yes,
I
and
would
yes.
I always say hello.
Blocking your
I
blessings.
always say hello.
Every person here has done that.
No, we have.
Yeah.
We have.
Every single person has done that.
Well,
I say hello.
I'm always.
I always say
I was
hello.
like, oh, I'm good, but
I
I'm
for
good.
sure always say
I
hello.
have done that. I've definitely
Good.
done that to
I'm
black
good.
men in the
I'm
past.
good.
I've definitely, he don't
I'm gonna do that to any man. I'm like, damn, I'm like.
But who knows? You could have passed on something that could have been really great.
It could have been amazing.
Because you did that as entertainment. I think that's what it is.
But I don't think you have to
Anything, black, white,
entertain
whatever.
that.
If you leave that right, it's not happening.
That's a very, very layered question.
It
I don't
is.
think there's one answer.
not
I don't
one
think it's
answer.
also fair to say why are black women.
Yeah,
single. I know a lot of single white girls. I know a lot of single Spanish girls. You know, so I think it's very layered.
I just think that we just need.
Yeah, but y'all singleness is well deserved, and this is probably just where I'm gonna cut it because I think they're just drunk and rambling by now. Y'all singleness is deserved. All right, y'all run through the numbers. Y'all can lie to yourselves how many times you want. Y'all can tell the world that black men are gay by default or whatever. Y'all just suck. That's it. Y'all just suck.